What's going on, everybody? Welcome to your daily astrology horoscope for Tuesday, January 28th, 2025. Astrologer Brian Scarborough here, fixed air moon, keeping the collective fixed on astrology. Appreciate you all. Hope your week's off to a great start. Let's look at Tuesday here. It's kind of crazy on this Mars day. We're going to see the moon finish up in Capricorn, make really good aspects to Venus, Neptune, and the nodes as it finishes there in the morning, which I think is putting a lot of progression forward in terms of the things that we're trying to accomplish in our lives and the things that we want to do and what we're kind of hunkering down for in our personal lives and what we want to get done and the things that we're building emotional resilience around. Well, it's like, let's go into trusting God for one, North Node Pisces, that sort of dream of reality is possible and achievable, and to try our best not to stress out with that South Node there, but to really remember, we all have some mystical sea goat in us. And I think today's like jumping into a quantum sort of mystical sea goat, whoa, type of place. And it's a little weird and funky. Uranus is about to go direct in 2 days, and we have a lot of Aquarius that's going to happen. We're going to start to feel a lot of Aquarius today. It's still a dark moon from the Capricorn lunation. We don't get a new moon until tomorrow morning. But it's Mercury and Pluto conjunct today, exact. And this is taking us so deep into a place we have no idea and we don't understand. And, well, trying to really connect a lot of dots, but we're talking about dots. I don't know if you ever connected dots before. But this is a really weird puzzle we're trying to connect here at Aquarius, because there's sort of this futuristic knowing of where the next thing is supposed to connect. But there's also not. It's really weird. So there's this intense way of looking at life right now, and especially with Mercury dispositing the South Node, meeting with Pluto. I mean, this can really amplify some harsh energy of the way we think about ourselves, the way we're starting to sort of connect the dots, but not liking what the outcome of the dots are going to look like. And with so much electricity about to turn on, with a new moon in Aquarius and Uranus going direct right after, it feels like we're all going to get shocked in some way or another. And it's like we're getting shocked into a quantum leap, which is, I think, great for humanity. And I think it's great for us as individuals. But, god dang. But we're in Sun trine Jupiter times right now. That's applying, building pressure. And that's really good luck in a lot of ways. I mean, this is like Aquarius and Gemini and Jupiter. This is very hopeful. So I think your mindset, being with Mercury and Pluto, is the ticket to where you end up in the quantum leap right now. And I think you want to remain sort of hopeful, have some ideals into your future, be willing with the moon finishing in Capricorn to put in some work. Effort and work is okay. It's okay with the South Node in Virgo, but not when it kills you, not when it's to your detriment. So there's a weird fine line. Don't overthink or overwork yourself trying to accomplish something in a time right now with Neptune North Node and Venus North Node Neptune in Pisces, where this moment in time is a little bit, I don't want to say irrelevant, but when you're looking at it from such a hyper-focused linear fashion, it's a little irrelevant. Like, don't let things get under your skin. It's kind of like, this reminds me in Pisces here too of like water off a duck's back. Just smooth. Nothing's going to get in there. Nothing's going to get you. Your mindset of where you're feeling comfortable right now, even if you're not comfortable. And trust me, I'm not even that comfortable. I'm really not. Might look comfortable sitting behind a camera, turning it on every day, doing a video. I'm not very comfortable, but I'm comfortable enough just internally that whatever crazy thing tries to get under my skin, no thank you. I get under my own skin enough. Some exterior thing, that's the last thing I'm going to let in. So this is an interesting thing with sort of people and beliefs and ideals. And if you're going to let them infiltrate your mind and infiltrate your vision and your dream of where you're trying to go, well, then you're susceptible to some harsh ways of dealing with life right now. But it doesn't necessarily have to be like that. I do like Saturn and Mars coming up on their trine. I think even though Mars is retrograde, like Mars retrograde sucks, guys. Like I don't know what to tell you. And we're inside a month. That's I think February 23rd. Mars is going to go direct, and then Venus is going to go retrograde in Aries. So like right after, so the masculine turns on, the feminine turns off. Boom, bing bong, bing on. Blah, blah, blah. Nothing has to happen drastically in time right now. Let the frequency take you where you're supposed to be. Be in a flow. That's like the ticket to this, is sort of being in a quantum flow with wherever the universe is trying to put you in life right now, because it has purpose, it has a deep meaning, it's here to rebirth you in some way. But it could be easy to try and grab onto some sense of mental control or just control in our day-to-day life that doesn't really exist, or just thinking that something can happen overnight. It's like, if I just, do this every day, it's going to change everything. It might make it's small changes. It's kind of like being okay with small changes over time, but not expecting everything to happen, especially today. But on the bright side, this could take us to a whole nother frequency. Like, and I think that's what's really cool, is the flexibility as a human right now to detach from certain things, and to know that our power lies in the ability to step away, to detach. And I think that's what this Pluto, Moon, Mercury, to detach our minds from negative thinking patterns and to really focus on positive truths, and to amplify those positive truths, and to invent ways that those can come into our reality. And I think that's where the real win is, just overall right now, as Venus is coming off the sextile to Uranus. Uranus is about to station. It's very interesting. And even just the nodes in this very like mental axis of Pisces and Virgo. It's very right brain, left brain, very woo woo, very down to business, no BS. But in some ways, we almost have to positively gaslight ourselves right now, not negatively. It can be easy to almost like overthink and overcomplicate things right now, and negatively kind of gaslight ourselves. But I think if you put yourself in a really positive place and remain hopeful for things that you can adjust in your life, well, then a step-by-step process can definitely handle some of that load. But don't expect outcomes to go a certain way right now. I think be very flexible with how outcomes can go. Release mental control and see where God wants you to be right now, because there's probably something really special there. But we have to have that sort of trust fall with the universe for a while here, for the next 17 months, pretty much 17 and a half months with the nodes, and especially North Node and Neptune. It's like, got to be able to like positively gaslight yourself. It's almost like you can find negative things. We can find negative things about ourselves and people all the time, right? But instead of journaling and writing it out about how negative the situation was or the gossip, it's more about how seeing something clearly positively affects your life. So it's more like positive affirmation of something negative. So say something negative shows up, write about how the growth inspires you, instead of, gosh, this was just the worst thing that ever happened to me and I don't know what I'm going to do. You know what I'm saying? That's the type of energy that will make Tuesday a much more productive, positive intensity to get you to this next leap that I believe we're all going to take a leap this Aquarius season. I think it's kind of divinely orchestrated in many ways. Because when Uranus goes direct, it's coming into Gemini. And when Neptune passes the North Node, it's coming into Aries, and Saturn's coming into Aries, and Pluto's already locked and loaded in Aquarius. So we have this whole outer shift into masculine, and we don't even know. We don't even know. We don't even know. Never been in a place with Pluto in Aquarius, Neptune in Aries, and Uranus in Gemini. In this life, maybe others. And we got some history, but the history is pretty harsh with those planets there, and I think you're all well aware of that by now. So, are we going to create that for ourselves? Or are we going to positively gaslight ourselves to do better and to be more empathetic and loving towards ourselves and other humans? Today's a good look at our mind, a good strong look at our mind, and how we emotionally affect ourselves and our mind. And we got to be able to, like, either one, really connect to positive ideals and invent those, or disconnect from the negative ones altogether. And it could feel a little intense going through that situation, potentially, depending on how it shows up in your life. Card for the day is the Eight of Cups. Walking away. Peacing out. I'm not dealing with this old BS anymore. I love this card. To me, it's really about moving forward from the past and to stop dwelling on certain emotions or things from the past, but to really just be cool with going into the next stage. So I do think we need to find like a full sort of disconnect from some things that negatively affect us, and I think it's more about our own emotions, and it could be in response to whatever feeling, right? Whether that's dealing with people, society, the governments, whatever the world's doing. We got to figure out how to positively shape our inner structure so that it's ready to quantum leap into a forward moving position where it's no longer burdened by some of the things that negatively affect and negatively compound. And it's time to start positively compounding, and that change starts from within. So I like that card a lot. I love you guys. Hope you have a beautiful Tuesday. I'll see you tomorrow. Peace.